Naomi was left off of Raw. A lot of speculation as to why she's gone, where she's going to be, how long it's going to be. We're going to talk about that. Plus the original WWE archives, what's happening to the footage. And yes, we are going to talk about another story regarding an AEW star re-signing with the company, and it's coming up right here on the Ango Show. And as always, if you guys want more videos like this, don't forget to click that subscribe button. This way you never miss a video on the channel. I want to kick things off with ESPN and WWE. This has been, wow, one of the most confusing rollouts, honestly. And I kind of fault WWE and ESPN for this, Disney. So if you guys aren't aware, WWE has the new TV deal with ESPN for their pay-per-views. This has led to a lot of confusion as to what's going to happen with the tape library, which right now is still on Peacock, and it's going to be remaining on Peacock. But next year, companies will be able to bid on the archive library. So right now, WWE Raw was moved from Peacock to Netflix. Peacock still has old NXT and SmackDown and old pay-per-views. And then, of course, ESPN will get pay-per-views in the future. Jimmy Pitaro, who is the ESPN chairman, talked on ESPN's, from ESPN. He spoke to The Ringer, and he said that they are very interested in the quality of WWE's archives, and they are looking at getting those rights when they become available. So basically what WWE has done here, this could be problematic, but let me explain. Netflix, ESPN, Peacock, all three of those companies WWE has a relationship, could potentially bid out or outbid each other for the tape library. ESPN will have an archive of pay-per-views that they air. So, for example, next year's WrestleMania on ESPN will remain on demand through ESPN and their app. With this particular situation, if ESPN gets the archive, then Peacock is essentially useless for WWE. But there's always a chance Peacock could spend money to have WWE's tape library. The number one thing that's going to be an issue is if it's some other company. What I mean by that, like, let's say Apple, theoretically. If Apple were to bid for WWE's archives, that means if you want to watch classic WWE pay-per-views, you got to pay for Apple. If you want WWE Raw, you got to pay for Netflix. If you want WWE pay-per-views that are new, you got to pay for ESPN. That's crazy. I don't think that's going to happen. ESPN wants the old pay-per-views. Who knows how much they'll bid for it, but they are in the running for it, and that's essentially the biggest update that you guys need, which is, it's insane. Okay, let's talk about it. Daddy Magic has re-signed with AEW. It is true. He has re-signed with AEW, which is great. Awesome. Daddy Magic, you know, this dude gets it. He's talented. He was talented in WWE. He was talented in the Indies. Now he's with AEW. He's been with AEW for a while, but he signed a new contract, and the details about this are more interesting. So, according to SRS, Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful Select, AEW sources have confirmed a new deal with Matt Menard, a.k.a. Big Daddy Magic, and his contract was set to expire around upcoming All Out, but now he has extended his stay with AEW for a new 5-year agreement that is going to last until 2030. And of course, the sources did claim that he was very happy, which, brother, if you're signing a 5-year contract to stay with a company that you've been with for a couple of years, yeah, you're probably ecstatic. You're probably happy. However, what's really interesting, a lot of people may not actually know this, he is a wrestler for the company, but he has been seen more on screen as a commentator, and he has a better presence backstage. So I don't know if he's going to be wrestling much for the next 5 years. They have been utilizing him for the commentary role, but this is cool. This is cool. I like Matt Menard. Honestly, I thought him and Angelo Parker were pretty damn sick together, man. I thought they were a great tag team. I thought WWE dropped the ball with them as a tag team. But him and Angelo Parker being in AEW is cool. I would like to see them come back as a tag team and be part of the tag team division. I don't know if that's necessarily going to happen, but it is something I do want to see. I think it would be really cool to see them like actually compete for the tag titles and in major storylines. We haven't seen that. We haven't really seen too much of them on AEW television, like in a prominent position, then aside from the last time we saw them with Jericho. So that is something to factor in. But what I do find interesting right now, and I think this was a big talking point as to why I even want to talk about this today, we are starting to see AEW talent get these new deals. Certain talent are getting new deals, and some of them aren't even active performers, but they're contributing to AEW behind the scenes in other ways. Now, Matt Menard, who does do guest commentary somewhat often, you have to wonder if there is a possibility that maybe they would move him into that role permanently. Between AEW, Dynamite, Collision, Rampage, if AEW gets another show, I feel like you could find a role for him. That's kind of my point. And I think he's good. I think he's good. He's very talented. He's very charismatic. But of course, I do want to see him in the ring, bro. I want to see him in the ring. I do. I want to see him and Angelo Parker really become a mainstay in the tag team division, especially with tag teams like the Outrunners and stuff. I think there would be a lot of cool stuff there, which is why I would like to see that. So hopefully soon. All right, guys, let's talk about it. Naomi. What's going on with Naomi? Naomi's injured. She's gone from television. Something's not clicking. Something's not right. There's something really weird about this situation. Everybody's kind of confused. What is going on with Naomi? WWE announced her injury yesterday. And there's a lot of stuff on social media floating around with Naomi. What's the real reason why she's off of TV? What's the actual plan? What is WWE doing here? Why are they being so tight-lipped? I mean, you got people claiming that she's severely injured. You got people claiming she's pregnant. You got people claiming a bunch of stuff. And it's such a weird situation because WWE is quiet. And whatever the reason is, that's for her to explain. I think the thing that's so crazy, though, is that the internal expectation from WWE and from pretty much every insider right now is that she's going to be off of television for a very long time. So something clearly has happened here. Now, the real question remains, will WWE vacate the belt? Well, that's tough. That's really hard to say. Based on what all the speculation is, if she's going to be off of television for a very, very long time, yeah, I do fully expect her to be vacated. Like, that belt will be vacated. But the strange thing here is that Naomi being off of television is coming at literally the worst time, considering the fact that Naomi is like finally getting pushed to the way we all thought she should be pushed. She is somebody who was always talented. They gave her little pushes, but it never felt like the company was truly behind her. Now it seems like the company's truly behind her, and the content there is great. The stories are great. The new character is great. So whatever it may be, hopefully all goes well, and hopefully we get some information soon, because I definitely want to see Naomi on TV. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Ango Show.